My beloved child, lean in and listen with your heart, for something extraordinary has just taken place in the unseen realm. A divine shift has already unfolded in the spiritual dimension, and its impact will soon touch your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Even now, within moments, you will begin to sense its ripple, not as a distant promise, but as a living reality I have set in motion for you. This is not a random interruption, it is an appointed time. I have carved this very moment into the fabric of your journey. I am pulling back the veil to show you what comes next. For I, the Lord your God, have stooped low to whisper into your soul. The heavens have been stirred, and the winds themselves carry my words straight into the deepest chambers of your heart. I have watched you, my precious one. I have seen the silent tears you shed when no one was there to notice. I have heard the unspoken cries of your soul, the prayers you couldn't even form into words, the hopes you buried for fear of being misunderstood. Nothing about you, not a thought, not a sigh, not a tear, has ever been hidden from me. Hear me now, change is not on its way. It has already begun. The shift is not coming, it is here. I did not breathe my life into you for a life of mediocrity or survival. You are not an accident of time or circumstance. I formed you with holy intent, weaving purpose into every thread of your being. You were crafted for more than ordinary days. You were designed for seasons of divine significance. Your steps are ordered. Your waiting has not been wasted. Your delays have not been denials. Every moment, even the ones that felt empty, painful, or confusing, has been part of a larger tapestry. The silence, the ache, the seeming stillness have been the fertile soil where I planted hidden seeds. Now, at my command, those seeds are breaking through the ground. Do not mistake stillness for absence. I have never left you. Even when you felt abandoned, I was wrapping my arms around you, shielding you from harm you could not see, carrying you through valleys that seemed ready to consume you. What felt like the end was actually my protection and preparation for what I am about to release in your life. Stand ready, my child. What I have begun cannot be undone. The shift you have prayed for, longed for, and even doubted would ever come, it is already here. Walk forward with confidence, for I go before you, I stand beside you, and I dwell within you. My child, you are still standing today not by chance, but because my hands have been holding you. You endured storms that were meant to crush you because I decreed your survival. Every breath you've taken has been guarded, every step you've made has been sustained by my word. And now, in this very moment, I release over you a new measure of life and power, authority that comes straight from my throne. In the moments ahead, not in some distant season but even within the next minutes of your earthly time, a veil will lift. The dull haze that clouded your vision will dissolve like mist under the morning sun. Where confusion once sat like a heavy fog, there will be clarity. Your inner senses will awaken and sharpen. You will begin to see what I have always seen. You will begin to perceive what was hidden from your understanding until now. I am placing a divine lens over the eyes of your spirit so that you will not only see what is happening around you in the physical world but also discern what is unfolding in the unseen. What you are about to experience is not a product of imagination. It is a movement of revelation. I am releasing clarity where there has been confusion. I am pouring strength into your weariness and giving direction where you once wandered without a map. My hand is unlocking doors that the enemy tried to seal shut. Chains that were forged against you are being broken. Obstacles that stood as barriers are being removed. Yet, understand this, there are some doors I myself have kept closed, not to punish you but to protect you. For I guard what I love. What is harmful I will keep far from you. What is holy and meant for you I will deliver in its right time. I am leading you to a place that is not crafted by human hands. It is a realm of influence, of purpose, of spiritual fulfillment, a place where my will and your destiny intersect. You will walk into arenas that your own name could never have opened, but my name spoken over you has already cleared the path. The favor you are about to step into is not man-made. It is not the result of convenience or coincidence. It is the fruit of covenant, sealed by my promise. You did not earn this by striving, you were chosen for it before time began. Watch now as I breathe life into what has been stagnant. What lay dormant is about to multiply. What seemed like a closed season is about to blossom. The ground beneath your feet will yield more than you have sown, because my hand has marked you for increase. Walk forward with open hands and an awakened heart. The shift is already in motion. My beloved one, I am stepping into your story in a way you have not yet seen. I am breathing life back into the places you once called dead. Dreams you buried, promises you assumed were lost, prayers you whispered long ago and then forgot. I have not forgotten. Delay has never meant denial. What seemed silent was not a rejection but a preparation. I am the eternal one who stands outside of time, yet fulfills every word at its appointed season. And beloved, your season is here. Do not be unsettled if some faces begin to fade from your circle. Not everyone is meant to journey with you into what is next. Some voices are too heavy for the path ahead. Some echoes must grow quiet so you can hear me clearly. I will personally remove what needs to be removed, not to strip you bare but to make room for what I have prepared. This is not subtraction. This is making space for divine appointment. You will not run after what is meant for you anymore. You will not beg for open doors. You will not plead for acceptance. Instead, you will walk in the authority I have placed upon you. You will be sought out not because of effort but because of destiny. Those who are called to you will find you, because I myself will guide them to your side. This next hour of your life will be marked by an uncommon alignment. The places where timing and opportunity never seem to connect, where resources slipped through your hands, where relationships were misaligned, where nothing seemed to click. Those very places will now experience my divine order. I am knitting together threads you did not even know existed. I am arranging circumstances with precision that only heaven can orchestrate. I am transforming what once felt like random noise into a symphony of purpose. Every note, every pause, every season that seemed wasted, I am weaving them into harmony. I am reintroducing you, to the world, to your true self, and to the destiny you thought had passed you by. The power in your voice that you silenced out of fear or doubt, I am stirring it awake again. The anointing on your hands that you hid because you felt unworthy, I am drawing it back into the light. This is not the end of your story, it is the unveiling of a chapter long written but now revealed. Step forward, my child, for what I am doing cannot be undone. My child, there is a holy fire deep within you, a flame I myself ignited before you ever drew your first breath. You have tried to quench it at times, to dim its glow so you could blend in, to stay safe, to be accepted, to be liked. But that fire was never meant to be hidden or smothered. It was not placed there for comfort, it was placed there for impact. And now the time has come for that fire to rise again. I am calling forth what I planted in you before the foundation of the world. The gifts, the callings, the visions, I entrusted them to you not for convenience but for kingdom influence. They were never meant to sit dormant. And now the impact they were designed to carry will begin to unfold. You will dream again, but not with the same fears that once guided your imagination. This time your dreams will be lit by revelation, not shadowed by worry. You will rise again, but not with only youthful excitement or untested passion. This time your rising will be steady, anchored in wisdom and clarity. You will move again, but not by guesswork or anxiety. Every step you take will be directed by my spirit within you, aligning you with my perfect timing. You will no longer live in constant hesitation, begging for sign after sign. My spirit will bear witness inside you, and you will walk forward in confidence, knowing my voice and sensing my leading. And yes, there will be manifestations. Not vague suggestions but physical, tangible signs confirming my word over your life. Expect divine interruptions to your normal routines. Expect sacred appointments with people you didn't plan to meet. Expect unexplainable peace settling in places where chaos once ruled. Expect sudden favor opening doors you thought were sealed. Expect healing in wounds you forgot were even there. I am not sending hints, I am sending waves. Waves of glory. Waves of change. Waves of my presence crashing over every part of your life. Let them wash over you. Let them carry away what no longer serves your purpose. Let them strip off the language of defeat and give you a new vocabulary of victory. Because the words you speak now must match the world I am giving you. You cannot speak as though you are still bound when I have declared you free. You cannot speak limitation over a life I have anointed for expansion. Open your mouth and echo my heart. Speak what I speak. Declare what I declare. And watch as heaven's reality begins to manifest around you. Beloved child, call yourself what I call you. Speak over your life the words I have spoken, and you will watch them unfold before your very eyes. When you echo my declarations, you give shape to what I have already prepared for you. Your agreement with my truth unlocks the reality of my promises. You must understand this. The battle that has raged around you was never a sign of weakness. It was proof of what you carry. The opposition came not because you were fragile or forgotten, but because you are chosen, marked, and destined. The enemy has feared the day you would awaken to the truth of who you really are. But now the awakening begins. You are stepping out of spiritual amnesia and into divine remembrance. Remember who you are. More than that, remember whose you are. You are not an accident or an afterthought. You were not randomly placed on this earth. You were an answer to a need, a solution to a cry, a light sent into darkness. You were chosen. You were appointed. And now you stand anointed for such a time as this. I have placed a mantle on your life, a covering, a calling, and authority that no man can strip away. It was not voted on by people. It was not granted by institutions. It was decreed by me, and what I decree no one can nullify. I will send you signs, not vague gestures but clear confirmations. You will see them in the sky and hear them in the stillness of your sleep. I will speak through the familiar and through the unexpected, through scripture, through visions, through the alignment of circumstances. My word will echo until you recognize it. Pay attention. Stay alert. This is not a season for distraction. This is a season for saturation. Immerse yourself in my word, in my presence, and in my spirit. The more you drink from me, the clearer your discernment will become. You have felt unseen, but I have been watching you. You have felt unheard, but I have been listening. Even the moments when you doubted if I noticed your struggle, I was collecting your tears and strengthening your frame. Nothing about you escapes my attention. Lift your head, my child. Let your heart open. This is the time of unveiling, the time of stepping into your true name and your true inheritance. My beloved child, I am moving on your behalf, not because you shouted the loudest or tried the hardest, but because your heart stayed humble before me. I do not overlook the cries of the righteous. I do not turn my face from the faithful. And you, my child, have remained when others walked away. You clung to me when the path grew dark. You trusted my word when everything around you screamed the opposite. Now I move not as a response to your striving, but as the fulfillment of my promise. This is not a wage you earned, it is a covenant I made. This is not a transaction, it is an inheritance. There will be acceleration. What once would have taken years will happen in days. What you thought would be a slow unfolding will begin to break forth suddenly. You will see with clarity why the waiting was necessary. You will understand why doors remained closed until now. I was never punishing you, I was preserving you. I would not allow you to settle for less than what I prepared. I was shaping your capacity for the weight of what I am now releasing. The delay was protection. The silence was preparation. The hiddenness was growth. And now you will no longer labor without fruit. The seeds you have planted, in kindness, in prayer, in quiet faithfulness, in tears nobody saw, are breaking the soil. You are entering a season of reaping. But you will not only harvest what you sowed, you will reap in multiplication, because I am the God of abundance, not of lack. I do not return things empty. I do not bless halfway. My increase overflows. Be prepared, though, for resistance. Not everything and not everyone will welcome the shift that is coming to your life. But do not fear. I go before you to clear the path. I stand behind you as your rear guard. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises in judgment against you, I myself will silence. This is your moment to stand in the strength I have given you. This is your hour to see what I have been building behind the scenes all along. Step forward with courage, for my hand is upon you and my favor surrounds you like a shield. Beloved child, what I am doing in your life is not rooted in who you are alone, but in who I am. Out of my own nature, I will give you rest even while the battle still surrounds you. In the midst of noise, I will carve out peace for you. In the middle of warfare, I will be your shelter. I will hide you in plain sight, protected yet present, covered even as you move forward. I will give you songs in the night to steady your heart when darkness tries to settle in, and I will pour out strategies with the dawn to guide your steps as the day breaks. What others overlook, you will discern. What others question, you will declare with certainty, for I will fill your mouth with truth and your spirit with boldness. So incline your heart again toward me. Lean in closer, for I am not finished speaking to you. There is still more I must unveil, treasures hidden in darkness, mysteries that have long been concealed but are now ready to be made plain. Listen not with your natural ears alone, but with the ears of your spirit. What I am about to reveal requires more than casual hearing. It demands deep attention. I am bringing an understanding that will shift the way you walk through this world, how you see yourself, how you interpret your struggles and victories, how you carry your gifts, how you engage your battles, and how you step into your divine assignment. You dwell in a physical body, but your origin is spiritual. Before you ever entered time, you existed in my thoughts. Before you were formed in the womb, I already knew your name. I shaped you in eternity and then wrapped you in time, placing the breath of the eternal within you. You are not merely flesh and blood. You are spirit clothed in dust. Within you burns a spark of my own life, my own essence. This is why you feel the tension between what is and what should be. This is why your soul groans when the world feels out of order. This is why your heart cries out for more than what can be seen or touched. You were never designed to be limited by the physical realm alone. You were made to inhabit both worlds, the seen and the unseen, the tangible and the eternal. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, carrying within you the imprint of eternity. And now, I am awakening you to live from that reality, not just to know it but to walk it out. The spiritual realm is not far away, nor is it locked behind the gates of mystery, reserved only for prophets or mystics. It is closer than your own breath, woven into the very rhythm of your existence. It moves with you, surrounds you, whispers to you, inviting you to notice its currents. Every thought you nurture, every decision you make, every word that leaves your lips. None of these vanish into nothingness. They ripple outward like stones dropped in still water, echoing into the unseen realm, returning to shape what you see and touch. Nothing stands alone. Nothing is without consequence. Everything is interconnected. When you pray, you are not speaking to empty space. You are joining your voice with eternal currents, aligning yourself with forces that shift atmospheres and alter the course of events. Your faith, when it is real and rooted, is not weak hope. It is a key forged by heaven, capable of unlocking doors no human hand can move. Faith builds a bridge between the visible and the invisible, the earth and eternity. When you love, you brush the edge of the everlasting. When you forgive, chains are shattered, not only in your heart, but in the unseen lines of your bloodline. Generations are touched by your obedience. You are not living only for today. Your life moves like a sound wave through time, leaving echoes that shape the future. When you worship, you are not merely singing a song. You are raising altars in the unseen, inviting my presence to rest upon your life. When you fast, you are not simply withholding food. You are quieting the noise of the flesh, so your spirit can hear the whisper of heaven. When you study my word, you are not collecting information like pages in a book. You are eating living bread that strengthens your body, your mind, and your soul. Know this: the spiritual and the physical are not two separate worlds. They are threads of the same tapestry. What you do here resonates there, and what begins there will manifest here. This is why your life matters in ways unseen. This is why your choices echo beyond time. You are not a bystander in the invisible. You are a participant, called to walk with awareness, to live with intentionality, and to carry heaven wherever you go. Every spiritual practice leaves an imprint on the natural world, and every act of obedience you choose in the natural world sends ripples into the unseen. Nothing is disconnected. Nothing is wasted. What I have woven together cannot be torn apart without consequence. I created you whole, spirit, soul, and body, not fragments to be managed separately, but one living being intertwined and sacred. When one part of you is wounded, the others feel the tremor. When one part rejoices, the others are lifted like a tide. You are one vessel with many layers. You cannot expect to soar spiritually while neglecting the care of your body, nor can you expect your body to flourish if you starve your spirit. True health is not simply the absence of pain or sickness. It is harmony, alignment between heaven and earth, between spirit and flesh, between your inner thoughts and your outward actions, between faith and the obedience that expresses it. I want you to recognize how closely I walk with you in both realms. I am deeply invested in your spiritual growth, and equally concerned about your daily needs. I care for your peace of mind as much as your provision. I watch over your eternal calling and your ordinary choices. There is no corner of your life that escapes my notice. I am with you in the fire of trials, and in the quiet of your kitchen. I speak through visions and through the voice of a child. I work through angels and through strangers on the street. I move through the rush of the wind and the softness of a whisper. I am present in all things, and I move through all things to accomplish my will for you. My beloved, I long for you to stop dividing your life into boxes. You label some things sacred and some things secular. You treat Sunday as holy but view Monday as ordinary. But to me there is no divide. All of it belongs to me. I want your whole life, your worship and your work, your ministry and your marriage, your silence and your speech, your dreams and your daily routines. Every moment you breathe is an altar. Every task you do can become a prayer. Invite me into all of it, and you will discover that nothing is wasted, and everything can become holy. Every part of your life is a living canvas upon which I long to paint my glory. Every second of your day is not just time passing, it is a sacred appointment. Every breath you draw is an invitation to communion with me, a chance to draw nearer, a moment to listen, to speak, to dwell. I designed the physical world as a reflection of the spiritual one. Creation itself is a living parable of unseen truths. Just as a seed falls into the earth and disappears beneath the soil before it breaks forth into new life, so do many of your dreams pass through seasons of silence, hiddenness, and waiting before their time of blooming. Do not despise these seasons, they are preparation, not punishment. Just as the moon receives no light of its own but reflects the brilliance of the sun, so have I called you to reflect my light to the world. Just as rivers flow, cleansing and carrying life wherever they move, so does my spirit flow through you, washing, purifying, and renewing. Nothing in nature is accidental. Everything, wind, waves, stars, soil, whispers my name. If you train your eyes to see with your spirit, the whole world becomes a sacred text, a living scripture, a constant revelation. Your body is not merely flesh and bone. It is a living temple, a sanctuary I created to dwell within. Your heart is not merely emotion. It is a throne upon which I desire to reign. Your thoughts are not neutral wanderings. They are gates, and what you allow through them will shape your life. Guard these gates. Let my word become your filter. Let my spirit stand as your sentinel. What you allow in will take root. What you nurture will grow. This is a spiritual law, unchanging, immovable, eternal. I am not mocked. Whatever you sow, you will reap. If you sow to the Spirit, you will harvest life, abundance, and joy. Do not fear the spiritual realm. I have given you authority to walk in it without intimidation. Do not fear the physical realm either. It is your mission field, the place of your assignment, your sphere of influence. You are not a bystander here. You are my ambassador on the earth. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, a carrier of eternity into the temporary, a vessel of light to transform the darkness around you. This is why you cannot remain silent. What I have placed inside you is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to spill over, to shift atmospheres, to bring change, hope, and healing wherever you go. You are not small or insignificant. You are my living testimony, a reflection of my heart in motion. This is why the enemy seeks to wear you down and drain your resolve. He trembles at the thought of what will happen the moment you truly awaken to who you are. He fears the moment you stop doubting and begin to believe, the moment you rise from hesitation into action, the moment you understand the weight of your calling and the reality of your dual nature. Flesh and spirit, earth and heaven, temporary and eternal. I did not send you here to blend in or merely survive. I sent you as light in darkness, as a voice in silence, as a healing presence in broken places, as a living declaration of freedom to the captives. You are sent to confront what others run from, to lay hands on the sick, to cast out demons, to speak truth with boldness, to build what has been torn down, to restore what has been lost, to lift those who have fallen, to plant seeds of righteousness that will outlive you. You are not helpless. You are not powerless. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells within you. My angels encamp around you. My word goes ahead of you like a sword cutting through resistance. All of heaven stands behind you when you move in alignment with my will. You are never alone. Even the material things in your life hold purpose. Your resources are not accidents. Your time is sacred, your home is an altar, your relationships are assignments. Your possessions are not your identity, they are a trust. Use them not to impress but to bless. Use them not to boast but to build. You are a steward, not an owner. But when you honor me with what you have, I multiply it beyond measure, in the seen and unseen, in the now and in eternity. There are no coincidences with me. Every encounter, every pause, every open door, every door that shuts, all are threads in the tapestry I am weaving. You see the underside with its knots and tangles, but I see the design whole and complete, radiant and beautiful. So trust me. Trust that I am working even when your eyes cannot trace my hand. Trust that your obedience carries eternal weight even when the results seem invisible. In the unseen realm, every act of obedience is a seed planted in fertile soil. And in time, my time, those seeds will break the surface. They will bear fruit that cannot be denied. Fruit that will nourish not only you but generations to come. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are my vessel, my representative, my light in this present darkness. You may feel an unusual pressure pressing against your heart in this season. That is because the veil between what is seen and what is unseen is thinner than you imagine. What you sense is not mere emotion, it is spiritual movement. When I begin to shift things in the invisible realm, your body often bears witness before your mind understands. That flutter in your spirit, the sudden weight in your chest, the stirring you cannot name. That burst of peace that comes without explanation or the unease that rises without cause. These are not random. Learn to discern them. For often it is I, speaking through your senses, teaching you how to recognize my language beyond words. I do not only speak to your ears, I speak to your whole being. My child, I am maturing you now. I am elevating your awareness beyond surface-level impressions. I am training you to walk with wisdom rather than mere enthusiasm. I am teaching you to move with discernment instead of being ruled by emotion. I am preparing you to hear me clearly and respond swiftly, so that you will no longer be tossed about by circumstance or opinion. You will be anchored in truth, rooted in my presence, unshaken when storms arise. This is an hour of deeper communion. I am calling my people out of shallow living into depths they have not yet explored. The distractions of this world are losing their grip, and entertainment will no longer satisfy the hunger rising within you. That hunger in your spirit is a sign of coming fulfillment. I would not awaken it if I had no intention of filling it. You will begin to see miracles not as rare interruptions, but as natural evidence of alignment with my kingdom. Your life will become a testimony, and you will shift atmospheres simply by walking into rooms because of what you carry within you. Your dreams will no longer be random scenes. They will become visions that reveal my plans. You will see glimpses of what is to come and instructions for how to move forward. I am awakening your inner senses, your sight, your hearing, your knowing, so that you will not only live in the natural but walk with confidence in the supernatural. You are stepping into a season where your awareness will sharpen, your discernment will deepen, and your spirit will rise above the noise of the world to hear my whisper clearly. And in that clarity you will find peace even in chaos, direction even in uncertainty, and boldness even when fear tries to creep in. You will begin to see beyond faces and appearances. You will discern the hidden motives of hearts, the intentions behind actions. Not because you are powerful in yourself, but because you are fully yielded to me. For I delight in using those who lay down their strength and depend on mine. Surrender is the soil in which my authority grows, and you have chosen that soil. Yes, there will be resistance. Yes, there will be opposition. But for every pushback there will also be glory. For every misunderstanding there will also be revelation. The darkness will try to confuse, but my light will always expose. The enemy will try to distract, but my spirit will always guide. There will be moments when you feel stretched between two worlds, the seen and the unseen, the eternal and the temporary. But do not despair, for that tension is holy. It is a sign that you are walking the narrow road I prepared for you. It means you are sensitive to my movements, alert to my whispers, open to my leading even when the cost feels high. Learn to dwell in both realms without fear. Bring my presence into boardrooms, courtrooms, classrooms, and battlefields alike. Carry my word into family dinners, into grocery lines, into long and lonely car rides. Do not confine me to the sanctuary. I am not limited to the pulpit or the altar. I am the God of the secret place, but I am also the God of the ordinary place. Wherever you go, I am already there. You are not walking this path alone. You are surrounded. Angels have been assigned to walk beside you. My spirit dwells within you. The great cloud of witnesses cheers you on. Heaven itself has invested in your journey. So do not shrink back when the weight feels heavy. Do not doubt when the road feels long. Do not give in to weariness, for your steps are not wasted. You are walking in the convergence of two realms, standing in the intersection of heaven and earth. And I have handpicked you for this very moment. This is why I speak to you now, because your heart is ready to understand what others overlook, to hear what others dismiss, to see what others cannot see. You are ready to stop chasing fleeting things and anchor yourself in eternal truth. You are ready to move with precision, to walk with clarity, to speak with boldness. You are ready to live as one who knows that this world is not all there is, yet understands that every choice you make here echoes into forever. Your life is not random. It is intentional. It is strategic. It is sacred. And I am shaping it in ways you cannot yet comprehend. So live set apart. Live with eyes open and hearts awake. Live surrendered yet unafraid. Live boldly without shrinking back. Every act of love you release is not small. It is a seed planted in both realms. Every word of truth you speak reverberates far beyond what you can see. Every quiet sacrifice, even the ones you think no one notices, is fully seen by me. And every step you take in faith shifts things in the spirit and moves mountains in ways invisible to the natural eye. This is not a random season. This is your time. This is your appointed place. I have planted you here, now in this generation, because what you carry cannot be replaced. What is within you is needed. Do not hide it in fear. Do not dilute it to be accepted. Do not apologize for the fire that burns in your bones. I placed that fire there before you drew your first breath. Let it burn. Let it illuminate the path for others who are stumbling in darkness. Let it draw heaven and earth together wherever you go. Let it be a signal, a beacon, a flame that testifies to my reality. You are my vessel. You are my representative in this hour. You are my joy, my witness, and my beloved. I have chosen, not reluctantly but gladly, to move through you in both realms, the seen and the unseen. Now, in this present moment and forevermore. Do not doubt the significance of your life. You were not born by chance. You were placed as an answer. You were formed as a living bridge between heaven and earth. When you walk, my presence walks with you. When you speak, my spirit rides upon your words. When you act, my authority flows through your obedience. You are my light bearer, my voice, my heart extended to the world. Live holy but also live alive. Live aware but also live courageous. Live surrendered but also live powerful. Because the one who dwells within you is greater than anything that stands against you. And I will be with you in every step, until the flame within you becomes a fire that ignites many. Amen.